I'm thinking about my plans for this channel. Eating crap does not build character. I'm bleeding so much less than I normally do after I cook. After posting my last video, I got to thinking about the video, and I've watched it, of course, a million times while editing it and making sure it's looking good and stuff like that. And as I've contemplated the video, the content, I know that it was vague. It didn't detail what my plans are for the channel, and I was thinking I kind of want to tell a little bit more in detail about what it is I'm going to do, what you can expect, what you can look forward to. So that's what I want to do today, is kind of give you some of the insights, give you some insights into what I'm planning to do with the channel and that sort of thing. And I'm looking for your feedback on that too. I would really like to know what people's thoughts are, or what they're what they'd like to know, what they'd like to see, that sort of thing. And of course, always I'm looking for insights and comments and thoughts on what you've seen so far. I made some notes to myself. I want to even talk about the use of notes and scripts and stuff in this video, because I want to. It's been a good day. Today's Saturday, and it was a beautiful day. It was got above 50 degrees out, sun shining all day long, just gorgeous. Spent the day doing a lot of, and I wouldn't say it was a really exciting day, but I did a lot of interesting things and made the best of the great weather. Got to have the garage opened up and some air moving through and things like that. Makes it kind of nice. I really prefer having the garage opened up rather than closed up when I can. But if it's wicked cold out, it's going to get battened down and the heater's going to get turned on, because I'm kind of a weenie. Spent the day in and around the garage doing some stuff. I spent a bunch of time doing some channel background type work, getting some stuff set up on it, some work on that sort of thing. It went kind of like this. I also spent time working on the garage, as I've mentioned before, but I really haven't mentioned it. The garage of chaos isn't always going to be a garage of chaos. I want to be getting this place tidied up and squared away, organized, and turn it into a really effective workspace, more of a shop than a garage, because I don't expect to ever park a car out here. In fact, I drive a Ford Explorer, and it won't fit in under the garage door with the angle of the driveway and the height of the door and stuff like that. But that's fine. I don't intend to park anything in here anyway. Again, I intend to use it more of a shop space than an actual garage. So I spent some time doing some cleaning and some organizing. All day long, I've been sort of a background process. You know how it is with hobbies and stuff you want to work on. You're just kind of thinking about it in the back of your mind as you're doing other stuff. And I spent a lot of time doing that today as well. So plans. what are my plans? What am I going to do with this channel? What are you gonna see? What can you expect? Well, hopefully, I think more than anything else, I'm hoping that this channel is going to bring some people some enjoyment. I'm really hoping that by just watching me do what I do and enjoying it, and how I share that people will get some happiness. Not just happiness, but joy. That maybe even some motivation. You might learn some stuff, get some insights. That kind of thing. That's coming from a place that, well, it's coming from a place that to use a, probably an overused phrase, it's near and dear to my heart. I have greatly enjoyed watching other YouTube creators, other vloggers, and stuff like that sharing their lives, sharing their projects, their ideas, and things like that. And it's been super valuable to me. And I want to do the same thing. I'm not reinventing the wheel here. But I also am comfortable saying that I don't think I'm going to be copying anybody. Oh yeah, I'm going to totally steal some ideas. I'm not the first person to come up with a montage intro and outro. That's definitely something that others do, and I think it's great. That's why I did it. There's other stuff that, I'm not the first person to do a project video where I'm sharing how I'm doing a project or whatever. That a lot of this stuff, I don't know that anything I'm going to do is going to be truly original, other than the content of that style of thing is original. I don't have a beef with that. I don't think there's a problem with it. A newscast, one station doing a newscast, they're not doing something new. Other people have done newscasts. They can do a newscast better than somebody else. As I'm engaging in a form of creation or art or whatever the hell you want to call this, a form of entertainment that others have done before me, and I'm going to do my version of it. That's kind of the idea. And I think I've got something to bring to the table. I think it could be fun, and I think that it can amuse people. And again, that, man, everything in my life, I try to find an element of humor in it. Humor is a very, very important thing to me. If you can make people laugh, if you can make people smile, then you're getting somewhere. And quite frankly, what I've found is just the what I do and how I do it, and often how I communicate it. It gets the job done. So anyway, so some of my plans. Obviously I'm going to be doing vlogs. Things I'm doing around home, things I'm doing out and about, some travel vlog type stuff, that sort of thing. Just sharing stuff. That's not easy to do, and I don't know that I'll be able to do it the same way others do it, because a lot of vloggers, they're walking around with a camera right here all the time. Every place they go, they've got a camera right here, or a camera in their hand, and they're waving it around. I don't know that I'll I don't know if I can do that in terms of with my personality and stuff being the way it is. I just don't know that that's something I'm likely to do. But sharing things, pictures, videos that I take of stuff, and then, some commentary about stuff, sharing insights, that sort of thing, maybe how it ends up going. I don't know yet, because I haven't really got to doing it, other than literally this right here. I'm going to feel it out. And a lot of stuff I do on this channel is going to be me experimenting and figuring out how do I want to tell the story. And a lot of different factors are going to play into how I'm going to pull that off. One, how do I get the raw content to begin with. But then the other part of it is, how do I prepare that content so that I can present it? One of the things that I mentioned in that reboot video was video editing. Video editing takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. And when you're doing it, at least when I'm doing it, it's not something I can do while I'm doing other things. It's something that takes focus and energy and time and imagination and that sort of thing. And I have a limited amount of time. I've got a real job. I've got other responsibilities I've got to see to. And I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I don't expect to ever be a full-time YouTuber. So the way I vlog may have to be done in such a way that the material can be prepared, that preparation phase. The vlogging may have to be done so that the preparation phase can be quick and efficient so that it can be presented in a reasonable amount of time. So anyway, again, back to my point, I'm still figuring it all out. And you're going to get to go along for the ride of watching me figure it all out. So in addition to vlogs, one of the things that you'll see on the channel are conversations. Conversations between me and you, the people watching. And I hope that will be a communication, a conversation where people will communicate back via comments, and then I will communicate back again, either in comments, through some messaging, or in another video responding to things. I think that's pretty cool. I think it's effective, and it develops a sort of a form of an asynchronous relationship that many would argue is not real. And I get the argument. I fully understand and embrace most elements of the argument. It's not a real relationship. But it's still communication. There's still valid value in it, even though it's not a real human-to-human interpersonal relationship. So, yeah, they're two different things. There are many kinds of relationships. It's a kind of relationship. It's not a complete and full and thorough relationship by any stretch of the imagination. Anyway, I tend to go off on tangents occasionally. You may find that to be something that happens. So conversations. I want to talk about things and ideas that interest me, or that other people are interested in and want me to talk about, and I'll do that. But I'm also going to be videoing and sharing conversations I have with other people from time to time. Another thing I'm going to be doing are videos on projects. I've got a lot of home improvement projects to do. Like I've already mentioned, the garage here getting squared away. That's one thing. I got a lot of house improvements to do, both the exterior and interior of the house. I'll probably share some stuff on that, make some videos about those things. I got some hobby things that I want to share. Some of the stuff may be a little while before I get to share some of it, but it'll come in time. There's no rush on a lot of this stuff. It's a hobby, so it's not like there's a time limit on, I have to have it done this week or this month or whatever. It's for fun. It's for enjoyment, and I'm not going to stress myself out or develop false or artificial stress because I'm not doing something that is for me, that's just for fun anyway. What's fun in that? But anyway, I'll probably share some videos about some computery stuff occasionally. A lot of this stuff's pretty boring, and I'm not the genius on that a lot of people think I am anyway. There are a lot smarter people out there on a lot of these topics. But some of my projects that I'll be doing, just as far as the vlogging aspect of, yeah, hey, I'm doing this thing with my computer or with, whatever. And I thought I'd share with you what I'm doing. And you can watch me struggle with a piece of technology and probably break it and jack things up and probably cut myself somewhere along the way. That's likely to happen. Cooking. I've actually got several cooking projects filmed already, just waiting to be edited. Those will probably come out in the form of Throwback Thursday type videos because some of the stuff's pretty cool. The dishes were good, and the process of creating a dish was freaking awesome. It was pretty excellent. And who knows? I don't know what other kind of types of videos I'll be doing. It could the palette is wide open. I don't have any limitations on what I may decide to do or not do within the pale of reason. I'll say that. I'm not gonna. I'll say that there's definitely some videos I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do anything that's truly vulgar or completely. Well, some people would say some of the stuff I'm going to do is inappropriate, but that's because they're whiny asses, and I'm not concerned about that crap. I'm not going to blow my car up. I'm not going to. Not that I have a problem with people that want to blow their cars up on their YouTube channels or whatever. That's fine. Sometimes I'll watch that stuff and enjoy it. But I'm not anticipating doing... there's just some stuff that I don't think I want to make a video about. I just don't see myself doing it. And obviously there's some stuff that's definitely going to be, stuff that I wouldn't do anyway, that I'm not going to make a video about. So yeah, there are things that are not on the list of possible videos that I would do, but almost, a lot of basically everything else is on the list. One of the things I wanted to talk about, one of the things I wanted to share with you are some of the conventions that I intend to follow with my channel. I like systems. I like organization. Believe it or not. I know that there's the organization that I follow, which may not be obvious, and then there's the organization that others see and things like that. There's people with my personality type, people fall into my kind of personality bucket, have certain conventions and standards or whatever that they kind of like to follow, patterns and things like that. We find it comfortable. And on this channel, I kind of have some things where that's concerned too. There's some patterns that you'll see me repeating over and over again. That's part of what, when I had the idea of the What Are You Doing channel, why it came about the way it did in my imagination and in my mind. And you'll see some of those patterns develop over time if you haven't already. But some channel conventions. One, references. I intend to, if I'm bringing up something or talking about a thing or whatever in a video, if I'm referencing something, I want to share those references with people. So if they want to dig into it more deeply themselves, they can. Or if they want to fact check me or back check me or whatever, they can look into it as well. So you'll see me share links to other videos. You'll see me, I'll share, if it's a book or a movie or a person or whatever, I'll share that information with you as well, either in the video itself or more likely in the description of the video, so that you can go down and copy it and Google it, or you can click the link, whatever the case may be. Also, I want to share the tools that I use in the creation of videos, what hardware I'm using in terms of like the camera, microphone, what software I'm using, all that kind of jazz. So if you're curious about it, you can look and you can be like, oh, I see how he's doing this. This is pretty interesting. It's kind of cool. I will throw in the caveat that there might be times when I want to keep a little something secret. And I'll probably even tell you that I'm keeping it secret and why. I can't think of anything right now that would fit into that category. but I won't say that I can't imagine that the possibility could exist. But anyway, we'll see if that happens. Another big one. This is a big one. And in my notes, I even wrote it in all caps. One of the channel conventions is going to be authenticity. I don't want to come off as fake. I want to come off as me. Not that I think I'm all that in a bag of chips, but nobody really is. And most of the people that seem perfect, they're the perfect ones, the beautiful people, whatever the case may be. Either A, they've worked their ass off for it, and their beauty, their amazingness is authentic, or they're fake as shit. I am going to strive for authenticity over fake as shit. That's not to say that I'm not going to do stuff sometimes that's not fake as hell, because I will, for the sake of making a fun, cool video. I kind of already did that in this video. Thinking about, an example. Thinking about, stuff about this YouTube channel overall really didn't involve me taking a nap. I didn't take a nap today. I know. Excuse me. I know, I lied. No, I did a thing because it was funny. And it was, call it theater or entertainment if you will. It was a joke. So yeah, there'll be some things that are not exactly true to life, but it'll also probably be things where you'd be like, oh, that's a joke, that's funny. He didn't really hunting and field dress a unicorn today. Even if I said, yeah, I went out hunting and, bagged my first unicorn. Come on, I think you get where I'm going. I'll do stuff that's just goofy and fun, because even if it's fake, because it's goofy and fun. But to circle back to the real point that I'm trying to make is channel authenticity matters to me, and I think that's one of the things that makes a channel like this valuable to other people, to viewers. Getting an insight into this person's life and gaining value from that life in some way into my life. That's what these other YouTube channels that made me decide to do my own YouTube channel did for me. There was an authenticity to them that resonated with me, and I dug it. Anyway, non-scripted and scripted. I would use whatever method works best for me to effectively do a video. A lot of vlogs, it could be argued that a vlog or other things should never be scripted. It should just be natural and come off clean and things like that. I'm going to tell you straight up, this video would take me 4 hours to do, talking to the camera, if I didn't make notes for myself. And most of that time would look like this. And there's other stuff that I know I want to do. What was it that I wanted to do? What else did I want to do with the channel? Oh yeah, conversations. What was it about? That's what it would look like if I didn't make notes and that sort of thing. This is not scripted necessarily. I'm just talking about topics, but like I've got some notes here to remind me of some of the topics that I wanted to talk about, and the overall outline, if you will, of the video is kind of, I've got notes on that so that I can make sure I get the point across in less than 4 hours. This video is already going to be long. Hopefully it's not so freaking boring that you can't stand to watch the whole thing. But imagine if I spent all my time going, what else was I going to talk about? Yeah, you get the idea. So I'll have notes, and I may even have scripts, but I'll probably go off script more than I stay on script, because I'm going to do what I want, which is, what I'm doing now. Let's see. One of the other things that I really want to try to do on this channel is post things as close to when I created, when things happened as possible. For example, this video right now, I'm recording the video Saturday evening, a little bit after 8. It's 8:22 on my watch right now. I intend to post this tonight. I'm not going to have to do a whole lot of editing to it. I should be able to knock out the editing quickly and post it tonight. And that's the goal. That's what my intent is to, I record this stuff, I edit it, and I post it very quickly. There's some things that can't be done that way. So there's some caveats to that. For example, if I'm working on a project, it may take me a long period of time to complete the overall project. And I can't, you're not going to want a blip of a video here, a blip there, a blip over here, where it takes you 2 weeks to actually get the whole story of a single project. That's going to suck, trust me. I've got 2 or 3 things that I'm working on right now already that I'll be posting later on, but different parts of it can't all be done at the same time. Sometimes I'll run into a problem and I need to go get a new part, get a new thing, whatever, to continue on with the process of the project until it's complete. One of those I'll mention here in a little bit and give you some insight into how that kind of thing works. Not a lot of secret on that kind of thing in terms of how it works. In the video, you may even hear me discussing things like, a week later I came back with this and did this extra part with it, or whatever the case may be. So there are definitely going to be times when I can't post something as quickly as I would prefer to. But a lot of the conversation stuff, a lot of the vlog stuff, when I'm talking about it, that's going to be stuff that I hope that I'll be able to post very, very rapidly. Get it out there into the ether sphere so people can look at it and see what they think. One of the other conventions of this channel is the consideration that I'm going to give to other people and people that are associated with me, and consideration that will be given to YouTube's policies. YouTube's policies are YouTube's policies, and I can't change them. I'm not going to try to change them. I do not anticipate in any way, shape, or form that I would have any influence on YouTube's policies at all, unless something truly dramatic happened, which I don't anticipate. I have to follow YouTube's policy, so I'm going to. So there are times that I'm out doing stuff and hanging out with people and their kids and things like that, and I may not be able to share video of it because I actually haven't even read YouTube's policy on minors in your video. But right now my policy is very straightforward. I'm not going to have any minors in any of my videos until I know what all the rules are and make sure I can follow them. And then it's going to have to be, in a way that I'm cool with. So, I've done some stuff with nieces and nephews and things like that I would definitely love to share. Super cool, awesome, fun, enlightening, enjoyable, educational things that would make for some really great YouTube video footage and stuff to share. But right now I don't know the rules on all that yet, so I'm not going to post anything like that. But then on top of that, consideration for the people associated with me, do they want to be in a YouTube video that is available for anybody in the world to look at? Not everybody wants to be in a YouTube video on the internet for everybody in the world to look at. I'm not going to put people in a bad position if I can avoid it. Yeah, sometimes people may be in the background of videos I'm shooting of myself. I can't control what they do or don't do, where they walk and where they don't walk. But there'll be public spaces where the rules are pretty straightforward that, and if I see something that makes me feel a little bit weird, I'll blur their face. If I'm not sure or I'm not confident, or if I feel like they were on screen too long or in such a way that wasn't cool, then I'll blur their face. And of course, I'm not going to hesitate if I'm capturing some video on something and somebody is there and part of it for some reason somehow. I'll just ask them, tell them straight up, hey, I'm a YouTuber. I've got a YouTube channel. I want to post this video. Do you want me to blur your face, or are you fine with your image being in the YouTube video in the way that you saw me recording just now, and go from there. Some of my family may not want to be in videos. I've got some family members that may not want to be in a YouTube video that's able to be seen by anybody in the world. My kids haven't got a problem with it, both of whom were in the reboot video, and so they've got no beef with being in any of my videos. In fact, there's no problem with that. It's already been covered. My job, I'm not going to talk about my job in the videos. I may talk about aspects of my job, like I mentioned in the reboot video. I mentioned that process consultation and process change is part of what I do, and I'm pretty good at it. My job isn't fodder for the channel, and that's for many reasons. The people I work for and the people I work with, I have no reason to think that they want to be in my YouTube videos, and I'm not going to put them in there, and I'm not going to ask them to be in there. What I do for a living, I'll say what I do for a living. It's really pretty freaking boring. I'm a medical software consultant and trainer. It's not exciting work. It's good work, and I'm good at it. And I do it for international clients, so that's kind of cool. It sounds cool, certainly. Like most cool jobs, you ask anybody who's got a really cool job, if you really get them to talk about their super cool job with you, you'll find that the vast majority of time spent on a cool job is not cool. The overall imagery of it might be cool, but the nitty-gritty of it's not nearly as cool as it was. So, short version, I'm a medical software consultant who travels a lot. I'm fortunate. I get to work from home when I'm not traveling. But that's work with a capital W-O-R-K. When I work from home, which doesn't mean I get to sit at home and piddle fart around all the time and get paid. I have to work. So when I say I have a job other than YouTube, I mean it. I'm really working. I just don't have to get up and drive an hour to an office somewhere, work all day, and then drive home for an hour. I'm very fortunate in getting to work from home, and it has proven to be extremely effective in being highly effective in what I do. Of course, when I'm traveling, I'm working at client sites and things like that. So I work, I do have to go into a work location when I'm on the road. I don't get to work from the hotel room or anything like that when I'm on the road, because I'm working with clients and that sort of thing. I'll not share who my clients are. I'll not share who the company is I work for, because it doesn't matter. This channel's not about that. And again, those entities may not want to be a part of this. So don't ask who they are or whatever. If you figure out who they are, okay, but it's not, it's not part of all this. It's not a hidden thing. It's not a super secret thing or anything like that. I'm certainly not ashamed of it. But again, it's a consideration for those entities, organizational and people, who I'm not asking them if they want to do it, and they're not asking to be a part of it. And I'm not going to put them into this without giving them their vote. I'm just not going to go into any of it. I'm not going to go there with any of it. So I talked about that a lot longer than I wanted to. I'm going to have to cut a lot of that crap out and just get the quick blurbs in there. So a lot of the channel is going to be organized into various series or series, lots of series. I'll introduce each of the series as I go along, and each of them will be organized into playlists. So if you want to see like the series on whatever, you could go to the playlist for that series and see what's up, and excuse me, watch all the videos associated with that. I may also have short-term series that are specific to a project. For example, one of the projects I'm going to be doing is siding and windows on my house. I may have a series that's just about the siding and windows on my house. I may have other projects that need more than one episode, and I'll make a series out of each one of those if it makes sense to do that. It'll get organized as it goes along, and my intent is to title the videos in such a way that people can quickly and easily find the videos they're looking for without having to parse lots of cute descriptors and clickbait titles and stuff. I don't really have a huge problem with clickbait titles. If that's a tool that the creator wants to use and they like it and it's funny, that's fine, whatever. And I might do it every now and again, but I might not. Mostly, I want if I got a big old list of videos. Right now, I've got 3 videos on the whole channel. But let's say I've got 100 videos on the channel, and you're trying to find the ones about a particular type of thing or in a particular series. That is something I have a hard time with on other people's channels. Is, wow, I'd like to see what else. In a video I watched, they were referencing stuff about this topic, and I can't find their video because the titles are so hard to figure out that it's tough to find what you're looking for. So I'm going to do my best to kind of keep that clean and tidy so that people can find what they're looking for. I may also even spin off additional YouTube channels on particular things if I really feel it's warranted. I don't see that happening, certainly not anytime soon, but if a particular thing is going on, or I'm doing a thing, or whatever, and it's really taken on a life of its own, that I could see separate channels getting spun off from What Are You Doing for those purposes. Some of the YouTubers that I follow regularly, one YouTuber I follow in particular has 3 separate channels, and all 3 of them are great. They're specifically topical for parts of his life, and in the channels he talks about the other channels occasionally, but they're very topical about what's going on in that thing, and it's interesting. So, some of the projects. I want to tell you a little bit about some of the projects that I plan on doing videos about, and there's a lot more than what I'm going to mention. Garage organization. I keep harping on that. That one's in my mind a lot because I'm in my garage a lot. I'm out here all the time. Right now it's called the Garage Chaos. Eventually it's going to get a different name because the chaos is going to go away. Unless we keep it around for sentimental reasons, the name that is. So garage organization is going to be one of the projects that you'll see me sharing videos on. Channel behind the scenes stuff, maybe. In a way, this video could arguably go into that category. If people are demonstrate any interest in that, or if I really feel motivated to share something about behind the scenes on the YouTube channel thing, I'll do that. I've captured a little bit of footage already on that topic, and if there's interest in it, I'll share it for sure. Or or like I said, if I decide that I'm interested in sharing it, I'll just share it and see if anybody likes it or not. Home exterior improvement, already talked about that. An outdoor gym. I'm going to be building an outdoor gym behind the house on the back. The back deck is going to become our gym, and I'm going to do a video on that project. Maybe more than one video, but for sure I'll be chronicling that project. Some vehicle repair stuff. I got some I got some projects planned for that. One that I mentioned in the reboot video, and I even said more on that later, was my channel launch video, not the reboot video, but the actual channel launch video that I posted over 2 years ago, and it was titled "The Worst YouTube Channel Launch Ever That I Know of." It is a garbage video on purpose. I'm going to do a video on that, and that's actually a project that I'm going to launch. I'm still working on all the details of it, but I've got a plan for that video and sort of a meta game or meta project, if you will, that's going to involve all you guys, all the people that watch the videos. And it's going to keep going on for a while because I want to see what can happen with this. Now, I'll share more on that later when I actually launch that project, maybe here in the next week or two. Metal casting, eventually. Done a little bit of aluminum casting already. Me and my daughter did some stuff with it. It was wicked fun, a lot of fun. In fact, in the outro video, at the end of my videos, when you see the boiling pot of water, and you hear me say, "That is hot," that's from when my daughter and I were doing some aluminum casting, and I'm planning on, I'll probably do a Throwback Thursday type video showing some stuff that we did way back then on that, and then I plan on doing more aluminum and metal casting of various kinds later on, as time and opportunity presents. Machining. I really want to get into metalworking, machining and stuff, and that's going to take time. I've got to get this garage squared away before I can turn it into a shop and start doing some of that stuff. That is one of those things that some viewers might really dig and get into, and others would be like, "Yeah, not my thing." I could totally get that. So that'll be some projects where that's concerned. Firearm and hunting related stuff. I'm a firearm shooting and hunting enthusiast. Many people would hate this term, but I'm an amateur gunsmith. I say an amateur gunsmith in that I don't get paid for it. I'm learning, and I enjoy it a great deal. YouTube has some pretty strict policies when it comes to firearms. So there's a lot of stuff that I may do with firearms, gunsmithing and things like that, that I literally am not allowed to share on YouTube because of YouTube's policies. I don't like that, but that's what their rules are, and it's their platform, and like I say, I don't get a vote on it, so it is what it is. So some of the stuff that I do with firearms, I won't share videos about those things. I may talk about them from time to time in terms of like a vlog thing or just sharing what's going on in life, that sort of thing. But some other stuff that I do with firearms and with hunting and some stuff like that, I'll definitely make videos about that. I said earlier that I would share with you information on a video that I'm working on right now. It has to do with a 357 Magnum lever action rifle that I've got that was shooting poorly, and what I've done to figure out why and the remedies and things like that. That's I've got just a little bit more work to do to capture a little bit more footage for that video, and then it'll be ready for me to share, or at least ready for me to prepare to share, or ready for me to start doing the editing on it. Firearm enthusiasts may get a real kick out of it. But if you're not a firearm enthusiast, you may get a kick out of me doing stuff. But anyway, you'll see the video. And there's tons and tons of other projects I've got in mind that I've got planned. I've got a rainwater catchment thing that I plan on putting together. I got an air compressor build that I want to do. I'm not building an air compressor specifically, but I'm really going to plumb together some tanks and a compressor and some other stuff and build a air compressor tankage system for the shop here. I'm going to refurbish my fire pit. That ought to be pretty fun. It's mostly going to be me doing stuff with a shovel and moving bricks around and restacking firewood, but it'll look pretty cool. And all kinds of other stuff. I got all kinds of things in mind that I want to do, and some of it's really, really wicked cool stuff, and some of it's just going to be amusing to watch me try to pull it off and cut myself. Conversations. A lot of the conversation videos that I want to have are going to be topical stuff. Arguably, this would be one of those. It's a conversation video or vlog, whatever you want to call this, that's topical about what my plans for this YouTube channel are. Rambles. Almost everything I do ends up with me rambling. I ramble. I'm a rambler. I think there's a country song in that. A lot of it's going to have to do with betterment of self and the world, at least according to, and according to Glenn's opinion and Glenn's brain. And I hope humor in everything, because God damn it, I love to laugh. I do love the laughing. One series that I've actually, I had this idea the other day when I was working on this whole conversations, talking to the camera thing about topical stuff. And I ran it past my son, Gary. We're going to do a series of conversations where we're just videoing our conversations, which are hugely fun. Holy fuck. We so often end up like doubled over in agony and respiratory failure from laughter when we're just talking. Oh my gosh. I really hope we're going to do that. We haven't started really figuring out how we're going to do it. I've got some ideas on how I want to set it up and how we want to do things, but it may be something that we just evolves over time, or we just do different stuff at different times because we want to. One of the other things that I intend to do is request videos. If you have a request for something that you want me to do in a video, hit me up. Let me know. I'll be happy to assess the veracity of your request. For example, I've gotten 2 requests for videos so far. One request from Buddy, who is into firearms like I am. He wants me to do a review on the Ruger LCP2 handgun. I own one. He's interested in them as well, and he wants me to do a review on the Ruger LCP2 380 Auto that I have and share with the world what I found with it. I've actually started taking video of things with that handgun already. So it's already a project that was kind of started, but I wasn't sure if I was going to bother with it or not. I just recorded what I was doing with it already and can continue to do so. So I'm probably going to do that. So yeah, I will probably fulfill the request for the Ruger LCP2 handgun review. Another request I got from a follower is to do something manly. So they want The follower requested that I do a video wherein I do something manly. I'm trying to figure out something manly to do, or the video, or just be manly in a video. So I don't know. I'm going to think about that some more, and I may accidentally fulfill the request without intending to do it. I know that I'm an extremely feminine person most of the time, so it may take a lot of willpower. It may take a lot of focus. It may have to be a completely scripted and rehearsed video, but I shall endeavor to fulfill the request for something manly. I'll see what I can do. I'll try not to let you down. So yeah, that's kind of, hopefully that gives you some insights into where I plan to go with things in the What Are You Doing YouTube channel. If you have questions about any of this, or if you feel like there's something that you want to know about, a detail or some other thing that you want insight on that you didn't get from what I've said in all this rambling so far, hit me up. Let me know. I'll be ask the questions. I'll be happy to try to answer them if I can. So there you have it. That's I guess this is my first conversation video, maybe a vlog. I'm not sure how you categorize this stuff. I may just invent my own categories, or I may have to Google what YouTube video style categories are and stuff. I don't know. But anyway, it's getting into the evening, so hey, relax a little bit. Pet your dog, pet your cat, pet your mate. Think about something happy. Get some rest. Tomorrow, you get to do what you're going to do. Have a good night.